Okay, Guichi, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay,
totally.
good. Okay, hello, how are you?
I'm pretty fine. I'm just trying to relax. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm good, thank you. Don't worry. I hope it would not be too stressful. All right, let's start. So first of all, Guichi, very nice to meet you. I'm from NTU Admission Office, and today I would have a quick chat with you about your application to the Chemistry and Biological Chemistry School. All right, so first of all, can you tell me something that how would people describe you?
I think they describe me as two two adjectives. First of all, I have great communication skills. I they said that I am a good listener, and I can put myself in other shoes, so they can share some. They can share lots of stories and problems with me. And secondly, I am a easygoing and energetic girl. I yeah, I play. I have lots of friends and social relationships.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so and um, why did you decide to go into chemistry and biology?
First of all, you know that my specialization is about chemistry, and when I have learned a lot about the subject, that I think that it has lots of applications in our life. And my current concern is about environmental protection, and my passion now is to that the problem of plastic bags is very conspicuous now, and I hope to find a catalyst to speed up the decomposition of plastic bag. Yes, and I think that uh, I have a knack for science subjects, and I think that my knowledge can be a great fundamental for me to study chemistry and biological chemistry.
Okay, interesting. You mentioned about you wanted to invent a catalyst that will accelerate the decomposition of plastics. Tell me
Yes.
about recent inventions in this field.
Recent about invention, I have read a paper from NTU scientists about the photocatalyst. You mean it's like a catalyst uh, that speed up the reaction in the sunlight under the sunlight,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the catalyst is made by a metal called vanadium, and it is not toxic as the other metal that it used in the previous research.
Okay, that's very interesting to hear. Thanks for sharing. And you talked about being an energetic girl and nice, easy to make friends with people, etc. What are the other strengths that you think will enable you to do well in your studies in NTU?
I'm confident that I can study under high pressure. Make uh, I can make a plan of what to do and what to study at suitable time, and I always try to avoid the peer pressure or other pressure to just keep focus on what I'm doing, and I am quite confident about myself. Yes.
Interesting. You can study under high pressure. Tell me about a time when you had to face with the situation of high pressure and how did you handle the situation?
You know that I had a silver medal in the national competition of chemistry when I was grade 11.
Hmm.
Uh, you know that when I enter high school, right when I was in the grade 10, I had to study a lot about every field of chemistry that was normally taught in university, physical chemistry, organic and inorganic chemistry, like that. So I had to be more actively in studying so that
Hmm.
I can acquire the broad knowledge. So I always proofread the lecture before I learned at school, and sometimes I find lots of English textbook to read so that I can understand it better. And yeah, I think that the result was quite satisfying.
Okay, interesting. Was there any situation when you were faced with high pressure situations and you failed?
Can you give me a second?
Sure. Or maybe some just tell me about a situation that was really challenging, a very challenging situation, and you you yeah, I mean not necessarily failed, but you was mad. You had great difficulty overcoming it.
I think it's when I was in the first semesters of the 12th grade. You know, at that time I was prepared for an IELTS test, so I need to I need to at the same time I study the A level lessons. I have to study English for the IELTS test, and I also need to finish my lessons at school. So there were lots of things, and I think that at that time I tried to have a detailed plan, but there was so much stress, and I was demotivated. And yeah, my IELTS results was great, but the results in high school was is a little bit worse than the previous year.
Okay, and if you were faced with the same situations of tight timelines and too many things at the same time in NTU, which is very likely to happen, how have you prepared yourself for such situations?
I think that I just need to be braver and prepare for all these things. And I think that I should just focus on my main goals at the same time. For example, when I had an IELTS test on November, I just spent the previous week for the IELTS test, and all the unnecessary things I will leave it later. So I think it will boost my productivity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's very good. What is your hobbies and what is your plan to adapt to student life in NTU?
For my hobbies, right now, I really love bullet journal and calligraphy. If you are not familiar with that, bullet journal is like you make a pretty monthly planner to track your habits and track your work. And calligraphy is just like using a brush pen to make your lettering prettier. I think it's quite relaxing, and it helps me with the planner for the day or the week. And my plan to adjust to the student life in NTU. Yeah, beside academic, I need to study very hard because it is very competitive. I think that uh, I will spend lots of time to for the student life. You know that for me, NTU is like a small city. It provides students with lots of facilities for sport or recreational. So, and there are lots of communities in NTU. Right now, I am interested in the student unions. You know that
Mm-hmm.
I want to take part in the student unions because they have lots of occasions for students like the NTU festival. And yes, it's my plan for short term plan.
That's very good. That's exciting to hear. All right, that's it from me. I don't have any more questions. Thanks so much for your time. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, my first question is the same as Hung's question, so I will not mention it again. And my second question is about I know that NTU requires students to have a compulsory internship from the next academic year. So I just have a question that it will be in the summer or in the academic year, which year?
The second and the third year, you can choose. There's no restrictions. Okay,
Thank you.
good, great. Thank you very much. Okay.